Hello, hello. More Skunkworks puzzles. It's a shame I didn't open this one on camera because I did have a bit of a what the moment on what was going on with it. But definitely a new thing. And I was like, when I passed the rules, I wasn't entirely sure what's going to go on. But hopefully it'll make sense through the puzzle. We shall see. So a similar one to a one I've just done. Oh, I just noticed you got a little bye-bye, which I've now copied across into my title as well. Oh well, I'm sure that's fine. So we got standard Remban and then sort of standard little killers. In as much as there are little killer sums. But all of these have been black dotted. You've allowed us to type down here. That's excellent. And then we've got some fruit little killers that I'm thinking that I'm not gonna say the word right. Wish, the German thingamajiggy where they all have to be different, and that and then this one might be like 3 times as much as this, possibly. We shall see. It's gonna be interesting anyway. So we've got a lot of doubles going on. Oh, surely we've got to look down here initially. I'm a little to make sure it's clear what's happening with like the actual ones that. So this one, maybe not red. Let's try blue. Whoops. That one's going off like that, and then that's all the way down to here, isn't it? Let's. Oh, maybe actually. Oh, I should have. Yeah, I think. Oops. Is this just. Click. Click in the middle. There we go. I think that is going to be useful for me to be able to see where they're coming from, sort of thing. So. I mean, it doesn't have to be massive, does it? This is surely the break-in, by the way. Isn't it? So I don't think that's all that useful. Because, I mean, they're going to have to get... But they could alternate between up and down, sort of thing, couldn't they? Is it useful to have maximums and minimums of all of these? Sure how best to notate that. Yeah, let's do red and yellow. Green, blue, orange. Whoa, hello. Orange, red, yellow. So, because I mean the minimum, and if this is odd, it's always going to be doubled. So obviously can't be 9, because then that would have to be 18, and it can't be 1 because that would have to sum to 2. And if this is a 2, that would have to sum to, that would be a 1, 3, which would put a 2 there. And similarly, if that's 8, that would have to be 7, 9, which would put an 8 there. So that's getting slightly restricted. What's the smallest this could be? Could it be a 1, 2? It actually could, couldn't it? So that could sum to 3. The biggest it could be is 14. No, 14 wouldn't work, of course, because that would have to be 6, 8, and 7. So the biggest this can be is 12. Which is interesting in as much as... Well, yeah, so you can't be 12, because you'd have to be 7 and 5, which would then put a 6 there. So that's at most 10. And now, yeah, if this is 6, if this is 10, it has to be 6, 4, and 5, but then that's 5. So this actually has a maximum of 9. So that can't be 7 anymore. And it can't be 5 anymore. golly, I really wasn't expecting this to be as restricted. So that can't have a 6 on it. Can it be 4? No, it can't be 9, because then that would have to double to 18. So if that was 5, and then if that's 5 and 3, then that has to have a 4 and that has to have a 4. It's a very funky break-in. That obviously can't be a 7. So see, this could be a 1, 2, and a 6. If this summed to 6, it would have to be 4 and 2 and 3 and 3. Can't sum to 6, can't sum to 5. This either sums to 3 or 4. That is actually bonkers. If that summed to 4, then what's this doing? This has got to sum to 3 and that's got to be a 6. That's a mental break-in. This has now got to sum to 6. I'm pleased I started on this end, by the way. Assuming that you can't do anything over there, but I imagine you can't. This has now got to be a 12. We know anything about that? Wow, we might actually. No. Have I gone wrong already? Yeah, that's way too small. Don't know why I thought that summed to 6. I was thinking for some reason they summed to 5. So I've obviously missed an option here. Why did I ever get rid of 4 and 8? Why did I stop yellow being 8? Yeah, that was just me being silly and thinking that 8 was a problem. Well, that's just undone everything. Is it worth restarting? I'm too invested now. Restarting the video. Sorry, I should have used. Or maybe I didn't. I don't think I even managed to mute it the second time I coughed. Sorry. Right. Complete mental restart. Blue as a minimum, or orange as a minimum, has to sum to 7. That's the smallest orange can sum to. So red as a minimum has to sum to 4. That's absolute minimum. Red is 4. This can't be 9, and this can't be 7. If this tried to be 5, that would have to be 4 and 6 with a 5. If this tried to be 3, then that would have to sum to 6 with a 2, 4, and that breaks. So this is definitely odd. If this was a 2, that would be a 1, 3 with a 2, that breaks. If this is a 4, that has to sum to 8, which would need to be 3, 5 with a 4, that breaks. If this is a 6, then that could sum to 3, except it's not allowed to. Could it sum to 12? No, so that has to be an 8. Right, sorry, back on track. This is 8. This sums to 8. This therefore sums to 4 because it can't sum to 16. Yeah, I think I ruled out the 16 and then just forgot how numbers worked. This got to sum to 8, which has a minimum, has 1 degree of freedom across all of that. This surely can't sum to 4. This has got to sum to 16, which those are at least 11. There's quite a lot of freedom there, actually, isn't there? Could this have a sum to 8? No, because that's at least 6, and then that's way too big. So that has to sum to 32, meaning this sums back down to 16, which we know how that looks. Nice. Very good. Suppose, oh yeah, ones are up here, but all that useful. So carrot is possibly 5 or 6. Do I at this point? And I stupidly didn't check the chat for if this had been answered already. Do I assume that that has to be 6 and 1, 2, 3? Keep going for the time being, but I might have to come back and do that. Possibly. That is a 4 on 9. If that were 4, that's at least 11. Still okay, isn't it? And I mean, because this is now 32, that's now just mega. So that really doesn't care about getting too small or anything, does it? At this point, I'm going to assume that these two have to be the same. And that sums to 18. I won't assume that that sums to 18 yet. But what am I trying to say? Nope, the thought has gone. Yeah, no, genuinely, my thought's just entirely gone. But I'm gonna assume that carrot and carrot have to be the same. Seems quite likely, if I'm at all honest. If this was an 8, if this was a 7, no, that does work. Weird. Why do all of these work? That being a 5 doesn't work, does it? So that is either 7 or 8. And this is big, so that's either 14 or 16. And if it is 14, it's not allowed to be 6, 8, because that puts 5, 9 here. That would have to be 5, 9. So that definitely always has a 9. So that's either 5, 8 with a 7. Let's try that again. It's either 5, 7 with an 8, or it's 5, 4 with a 7. So if this has an 8, it has to be 8, 6, which works with 7 and 5. Or it's a 5, 6 pair, in which case 4 or 7. Alrighty. 6, 7, 9, 2s as well, actually, which I hadn't even thought about. Can't tell if we got no way. Rocket shifted. Rude boy. 6 is always here, of course, aren't they? Now, do I want to assume that that has some to 18? I mean, there's quite a lot of ways that could happen anyway, so I don't think that is useful. One 3 pair look. That's gonna help us out. Maybe. 1, 2, 3 up here. Gives you a lot of 1, 2, 3 triples. There's a 1, 2, 3 somewhere there. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 7. Ooh. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. If this is 2, that's 2 on there. If that's 2, then that's 2, that's 2. The 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that all seems okay, doesn't it? I was hoping that one of these would force a certain way round that had to go. Can this be a 9? This is at least... No, this sums to at least 9, 10. These are most 6s, aren't they? There's like a bit of pressure there. Interestingly as well, can't both be ones. So I don't think like that could be a 9, for example. Which ain't much. 17, 26. 36. So you got what, 4 degrees of freedom? That can't be a 4. What a useful digit. Let's just check that. 17, 27. Needs another 5, yeah. Can't be 8, of course. Open 1s, 2s, and 3s would help. I think at this point I might just get rid of some of these lines that are, if I could click accurately, I suppose. Aren't really doing so much. I'll leave those other ones in. Some little killer clues are replaced by fruit or veg emoji. Choice of fruit has a hidden meaning that will allow the solver to complete the puzzle. Bit of a suspicion whose puzzle this is, by the way. Maybe not, actually. Not sure if they do. Or maybe. Not sure. Right, I think because I've assumed that's 6 and that's 6, I think I've got to assume this is going to sum to 18. Which might actually help at all. Those summing to 14. If this is 4, those sum to 10. That's 5. Those sum to 9. That's 8. Those sum to 6. Like vaguely. Not particularly. How about these little Rem bands? One of them's got to have an 8 on it, and therefore have to have a 7. I mean, if that cell was 8, if that cell is 8, then because you got this 876, you couldn't have 876 on this Rem band. That would have to be a 789 Rem band. But I don't think that actually matters at all. That's big. Aubergine is 8. Should I assume that that has to therefore be 7? I think that is just the only thing that I can say about this puzzle. So I think I am going to have to say that. And as much as I think those two are supposedly different. So let's run with that and we can go back afterwards. This is now 12. That has to be 4 and 2. I thought that did something more. This is 9. Am I not able? Oh, I can't write in the fruit. Oh, it's not the sides. Yeah. So one of these is 7, 8, 9. With a 9 down here. That doesn't really do anything. But oh, it does actually. It puts 6s there. Because of this 1, 3 has to then jump on the line. And am I meant to say that's not 6 because carrot is 6? Again, that has been what I'm assuming, and it's sort of nice that seems to maybe follow on from the logic before. 9, 4, 3, 6. So we shall see what's happening. There. That can't be 9. So if 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6 pair, puts a 1, 2, 3 triple, puts a 3, 1, 2, it's 4, 5. That all seem like it works pretty well, doesn't it? What am I not seeing? This is 16. This is 8. It's being 32. It's quite a lot of degrees of freedom. If that was 12, 21, 31, yeah, so that's got to be at least a 4. Oh. 3s are definitely on this. How long is that? Actually, I don't think that has been there for that long, has it? So you can't be a 2, 3, 4. You can't be a 2, 3, 5. You got a bev. You got to have a 1. So you are a 1, 2, 3, which can't go here. That's got to go there. The 4, 5 here. It's now kind of big. 7, 8, 9, 7s. 1s, 2, 3s looking down at all. Particularly 3, 2 though, and then 1, 3, 2, which gives you all of this. 1, 2, 1, 3. Oh, I'm gonna get lost in my thingamajiggy marks. This is now almost at least a 5. That sums to at most 11. Why has that not done anything? How rude. There's a 3. That can't be 9. Can't be 3 either. Good. If I come to the rest of this, by the way, and then one of these does match up. What's this? This is 10. Actually, I think we're safe at that point, aren't we? Probably this sums to 5. This got to sum to 7, so that's either 4, 7 or 5, 6. Both of those just work, I think, and don't actually help us. No, 4, 7 breaks this. That is a 5, 6 pair. 7, 9, 4, 9. 7, 9 looks across here. This is now done, so I'm going to get rid of that line to show it's done. This is also done. I can get rid of that line. 1, 2, 3. Use that sort of stuff in here. Gonna make this sum. Oh, that's small. Gonna make the sum to 30. What's the maximum? 15. There's a 1 degree of freedom there. 5, 6 pair, but it's a 3, 4. That looks like a 1, I want to say. 3s and 4s like that. 8s. 8s. And then 2s and 9s this way round. 8, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5. Looks like 1, 4, 5. You've currently got 20, and you need 12 more. But if they're both 6s, that breaks this box. 5, 7, 5, 6. 8's there. A 5, 6 pair. That's surely got to be a 6, 7, 6, 4, 5, and 8. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 3, 9, 4. I'm kind of praying that this works. 3, 9, 3. What am I doing? 1s, 8s. Retro. That doesn't look very healthy. 5, 6, 5, 1, 8, 7. Okay. Yeah, not a huge fan of ambiguous rules, but I assume that what I've done is what was intended. I'll have a look if there has been any discussions. But yeah, interesting. Thanks for the puzzle. Hopefully I've solved it as intended. We shall see. We shall find out. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Chat to you sometime later.